It is that time again. It is grocery haul time. I am so excited to show you what we have been buying. We have been sticking to our homemade, so stick around and find out what kind of meals we've been cooking up. So we are sticking with our homemade items, and I am super excited to show you what we have been buying. But I want to tell you guys, I am so bummed because I just filmed a week of groceries. It was our second week of Aldi, and the footage got deleted and I can't find it and I couldn't save it. And so I am going to be missing one whole week of groceries, and I am so sorry. And it was like one of my best weeks too, because I was able to split my groceries into half and half. So half went into emergency food storage, like in our laundry room pantry, and the other half was just groceries for the week. And I somehow managed to do $200 for emergency storage and $200 for our week of groceries. And I am not quite sure how I pulled that off, but somehow I pulled that off, and I was so excited to show you guys what we were all able to put away in storage. And I don't know what happened, that footage got deleted, so I am sorry about that. But I do have the third week and the fourth week of Aldi to share with you, and hopefully next month I am able to do that again and I can show you what I pulled off, because I was kind of proud of myself. But let's get into the groceries. We are on week 3 of our Aldi orders, and we're gonna start over here. I'm doing pretty good, guys. I keep doing good. Okay, so we're gonna start here with dinners. I got 6 bags of the tortilla chips, and those are for nachos for dinner. And then I bought extras because I mean, we could do nachos twice, I guess, but we also do chips and cheese. Like, the kids like chips and cheese sometimes for lunch. Sean likes snacking on these in the evening, and so I just went ahead and got extra chips just to make sure we don't run out. And then along with that, I got the our con queso dip that we get to go with our nachos, our shredded cheddar to go with that, our sour cream. I've got 2 containers of sour cream, and I do have some in the fridge still just in case we need more. Then back here, I've got 3 containers of the chicken broth, some ham, some sliced ham, and then a bag, 10 pounds of potatoes. And that is to make ham and potato soup. I thought that looked really good. It's a crock pot dinner, and the kids aren't super fond of soup, but it looked really good, and I think that they might enjoy that. And then also I've got the cheddar cheese, and that goes in that ham and potato soup. And I think the heavy whipping cream, that actually goes in several of these meals. There's like, I think 2 or 3 of them that call for the heavy whipping cream. And so I bought a container of that also. Next, chicken and rice. So I've got the bag of my frozen chicken. I always cook in the crock pot. And then I've got the brown rice. We did make our own rice in our new rice maker, and that was good. But this calls for this instant rice just being poured straight in the crock pot. And so I went ahead and just got this so that way it would be just easy for me to do that. Doing all this homemade stuff can be kind of tough, very time consuming, and so I just need a few things that are a little bit easier. So then I got the mild cheddar that goes with the chicken and rice, and the cream of chicken soup. I've got 2 cans of that here for this meal. And so that is the chicken and rice dinner. And then I've got lasagna roll-ups. So chicken lasagna roll-ups. They did not have lasagna noodles. Not sure why they don't have those at Aldi. They just don't carry them. So I'm gonna have to get those at Walmart. But that is this right here. So I've got the peppers, and I've got the chicken, and I've got the mild white cheddar. Now it called for American white, so I got this mild white cheddar here for that. Tomatoes on the vine. I always like to buy the ones on the vine. And the sweet peppers. I love sweet peppers. The kids aren't huge fans of it, but except for Emma, she does like them. But I really like these. And they just get diced up and put in there. And then the green onions and some green chilies. And yes, that sounds so good. Also, we are going to do cheese breadsticks for a dinner. So we'll make our own dough, and then we've got the Parmesan cheese and the mozzarella cheese, and that goes on those cheese breadsticks. We do still have some pepperoni in the fridge, so I will use that. And then this mozzarella also goes over here for this meal. So I'll use just a little bit of the mozzarella in this as well. So then there is something that is called, I think it's pollo con queso. And we're going to make that. I do have a bag of chicken in the fridge already, in the freezer. And I think it takes like some of that heavy whipping cream, and it uses up some of the rest of these ingredients. And so we've never had that. So that will be a new one, and I'm really excited to try that one. Then let's go over here to our lunches. So I am going to make meatball subs. So I've got 3 bags of the hot dog buns and some Italian meatballs, and then we already have the marinara sauce. We opened one. We have almost a whole container left in the fridge. I will use that for over the meatballs, and then it also takes cheese, and I do have actually an extra bag of cheese I bought, and that will be, I think the kids love the meatball subs, and so I think that will be a good lunch. I'm having a hard time thinking of lunches, and so that was just one that seemed kind of easy. And then hot ham and cheese, I got the hamburger buns for the hot ham and cheese, and then we'll use some of this cheese here. I've got the sharp cheddar, I've got provolone, I got Colby Jack, actually 2 of the Colby Jacks, because I had bought pepper jack cheese, which is supposed to go in that pollo con queso, but they did not have, they were all out of pepper jack, both the squares and in the blocks, so I was not able to get that. We will have to see if we can maybe get it from Walmart instead. So the hot ham and cheese will be a meal. Then over here I've got the 4 loaves of white bread, and that is for sandwiches, just to do an easy sandwich lunch. And I've got potato chips, the individual bags, and that makes it easy for the kids just to be able to grab one of those and have it with their lunch. But then I also bought the lunch meat. So here, this ham is for the hot ham and cheese over here. And then I've got turkey, and I also got the rotisserie seasoned chicken, and so that will be to make sandwiches. The other thing that the kids have been loving is pinwheels. So we're making pinwheels for a lunch. So I do have tortillas over here, and so I've got 4 bags of the tortillas. So I will use 2 of those to make pinwheels. And then I've got lettuce here for salad. This one looks like almost like there's nothing to this one, so I'm a little disappointed in this lettuce, but I did buy a couple things extra this time. I bought olives to go in there, and then I also bought black beans to go in there. I saw this salad recipe, and it has like hard-boiled eggs and things like that in it, and I thought, oh, that would be good for a different kind of salad, because usually I just put the same things in mine. So I bought a couple things to try in there. And then we're going to do the Lunchables. So I got the Golden Rounds, and I also got the pita crackers. And that is to make the Lunchables. We can use some of this lunch meat here for that. And also the cheeses over here will help go with the Lunchables as well. The kids like having that sometimes for lunch too. The bacon. I got 2 packages of bacon, and we will have to probably use maybe this tiny little lettuce here for BLTs. So we will also use some of the tomato over here that's on the vine, and we will make BLTs with that. So those will be good. We haven't had those in a long time, and Jade asked for them. And so I said, oh, that's a great idea. And the bacon actually was not too expensive, so I went ahead and got it. Then we're going to make a taco pasta. Now normally we have tacos for dinner. We don't usually do anything taco for lunch, but I thought it sounded good. I saw it on Pinterest. And so we're going to do the elbow macaroni. I think it actually had a different kind of pasta in it, the penne, but they did not have penne noodles. They were out. So I got the elbow macaroni instead. I figured that would be okay in there. And then I've got the 2 pounds of hamburger to go in there. And then I actually have some packets of seasoning, but we're going to make our own taco seasoning. I'm going to make a jar of it, and we're going to try that. So I'm going to make our own for this meal here, and then just keep some in a jar. So that sounds good, and that is a new recipe, so that will be fun to try that. Now, we are all done with the lunch ideas. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing. So the mozzarella cheese right here, we are going to make our... oh gosh, they were kind of like pizza sticks, but they were all completely encased. So it was a mozzarella cheese and pepperoni, and then we made our own dough and we wrapped the mozzarella and pepperoni in the dough, and they were so good, and the kids loved them and they asked for them again, and so we're going to make those for lunch as well. So that is what the mozzarella is for. And again, I still have almost 2 bags of pepperoni in the fridge, so that works. It's always nice to be able to use things that you have in your fridge. Breakfast. Okay, so I got the quick cook oats, that's for our oatmeal. I've got the 2 packages of eggs because our chickens are not producing enough eggs for as many eggs as we need now that we're doing everything homemade. So we're probably gonna have to get some more chickens, which is okay because I love having the fresh eggs. But again, I got 4 bags of the tortillas, and that is to make breakfast burritos. I'm also going to use, if I can, I think some of the potatoes down here from our potato soup, and I'm going to make a scramble. So that is where you put the eggs and the potatoes and sausage all scrambled up together. I thought that sounded really good. And we are going to do, I got some bagels just for an easy breakfast for the kids. They like having those with some cream cheese on them. And also here I've got 2 pork sausages, and one of those is to make the breakfast pizza that we've been making, and the other one is to make biscuits and gravy. We're going to do our own from scratch biscuits and homemade gravy. So that is what those 2 pork sausages are for. The pizza was really good, and we used some of the queso dip we normally use with our nachos on that. Oh gosh, it was really yummy. We also have been making our own yogurt, so I kept out a couple tablespoons of yogurt. We're going to do the yogurt again, except I did not get the milk for that. The Fairlife is at Walmart, and our Walmart order isn't until the beginning of the month. I don't know if Aldi has a substitute. If any of you guys know if Aldi has a substitute for the Fairlife, let me know, because then I will get that from Aldi instead. So we're also going to do breakfast burritos and pancakes and some honey butter muffins, which is down here. I got some honey. I bought an extra one because we were just about out. That is what that is for. Ooh, that sounds so good. And now I am into our snacks. So for snacks, we're going to do our garlic pretzel sticks. The kids loved those and asked for them again. So I bought the pretzels, and then we make the seasoning for them. It's really good. And we got some popcorn, of course, because the kids love having the popcorn for a snack. I bought Rice Krispies, crispy rice, and then 2 bags of the mini marshmallows. I actually got 2 boxes of the crispy rice. We are going to make Rice Krispie bars. The kids would really like doing the Rice Krispie treats, and we've never had them from scratch. Okay, we've never had them here from scratch, but my grandma, she used to make those with me all the time. I had so much fun making those with her, and so that is for a snack. And then we're going to use some of the things that we have already in our cupboard to make funnel cakes. And the kids could have like chips and cheese for a snack. And we're going to do coconut bread. Now, Aldi didn't have coconut, so I'm going to have to get that from Walmart. And then I need, we're going to make some, our own cheese crackers we're going to make, and we're going to make our own graham crackers. And a lot of that stuff takes things like we have here the flour and the sugar and the sweetened condensed milk and the evaporated milk and the baking soda. And obviously I got 2 things of unsalted butter, and I got 3 packages of the cream cheese, and that stuff just goes in. All of these things were homemaking. I'm going to try making the wedding mince that my grandma used to make, and they actually had the cream cheese last time. They were out of it, so that will be fun to make. I think the kids will really like those. Those are some of my favorite. I know I mentioned those in my last grocery haul, but all this stuff right here is just to make our homemade stuff. And then we've got fruit. So I got the fresh blueberries. Those are really good in the yogurt. I got tons of bananas. The kids have been just eating the bananas up. We run out so fast. Christian loves them. And so I bought a bunch of extras this time. Also, we may remake our breakfast bars. We had banana breakfast bars, and they were really good. The kids just loved them. And like Emma said in her birthday video, we need to quadruple it this next time, which means we need like 8 bananas. So we will try making that again. And then we've got apples. We have a whole entire drawer full of oranges still, but we were out of apples. So I got some more apples, and then our huge bag of grapes. They were on sale for like $1 a pound. So I got 3 pounds of grapes this time. And back here, we've got our chicken ramen, and so those are the cups, and I like getting those just in case we need a fallback. That is actually really helpful when you're doing this homemade, and like if you run out of time or you forgot to prepare something, and I have done that like twice, and so that ramen is very helpful. And then I've got the paper towels and our toilet paper that we always get, and then our wipes for the babies, and I've got some of these quart storage bags. I do want to learn how to freeze things and store them, but like these pretzel sticks over here asked for a large bag to try to mix everything up in it. We just used a bowl, but I was really looking for the large gallon bags, and I don't think Aldi has gallon bags. So I just went ahead and got the quart ones to see if those would be any help at all. Then we've got our energy drinks, and they were out of our normal ones again. They've been out of those for several weeks. So we went ahead and just got the Red Thunder, which is kind of like a Red Bull. I drink the sugar-free, Sean drinks the regular. So I got one package for me and one package for him. And then a lot of recipes are calling for canola oil, and I had vegetable oil and olive oil. And so I went ahead and got some canola oil, and I got an extra olive oil, and I got olive oil cooking spray. I really like cooking with olive oil, and coconut oil is something new to me, but I have used that several times. I got some extra brown sugar. We've been using that in our oatmeal. The kids are loving the brown sugar with cinnamon, and so we've been making it that way, and they just love, love, love it. We got 2 things of salt. We've been going through a lot of salt, and so I got 2, so we have a backup this time. And I got a bunch of extra seasonings. They were only $1, and so I got 1 of each that I use all the time. And I've got some garlic here, minced garlic. That is in several of our recipes. I do have one, but that one is a backup. And I got 2 boxes of Kleenex. We have just been kind of going through them. We have a couple kids recently getting bloody noses, and that is something that they used to get, and they haven't for a very long time, but the air I think is really dry. So we got a couple boxes of Kleenexes for that. Ranch dressing is a backup. I told you about the honey that goes in one of the things we're making, but I'm almost out. And guys, let me know, our honey, this is like so expensive. This is a little over $4 here, and it's really tiny, and I feel like that's so expensive for honey, and it's so good to use as a natural sweetener. I wonder if you could buy it maybe from a farm somewhere and it would be cheaper. I don't know, but it would be nice to have fresh honey. Then vanilla extract, we just used, I should have bought 2 of these, but these are really expensive too. These are over $6 for this little tiny thing. And so I went ahead and got one because we just ran out of our other one, and that goes in a lot of things when you're home makings too. I've got the cherry filling. This is for Pop-Tarts. We did not make cherry last time, but the kids do love the cherry ones, so I got cherry filling. Here's the extra cheese I was telling you about. I got a block of cheddar, and I've got the mild cheddar shredded. I looked at this to see what the difference was between buying the block and buying the shredded, and it is actually cheaper to buy the shredded. I know it has like anti-caking stuff on it, so I did buy some of the blocks because some of the recipes, like I needed to make nacho cheese. We're going to do some pretzel bites that Jade has been really wanting to do, and we're going to make the dough and stuff, and to make the nacho cheese sauce, I needed a block so it didn't have the anti-caking on it. So I did get these as extra because I know we'll go through those. I got an extra can of cream of chicken because that just goes in the cupboard, and we use that a lot for gravy. I've got the mini beef raviolis. Those will go in the pantry in the laundry room. I did not get a lot of pantry stuff this time just because I bought a lot for our meals and snacks this time. And then I got the 4 cans of the corn, and that will just go in the pantry for us to use to make as a side with one of our dinner dishes. So this is my Aldi order for the 3rd week of July, and I spent $362.95. We are on week 4. I can't believe it is the last week of July, and this is our 4th Aldi order for the month. So it is the last one for the month of July. I am going to start here. I have actually arranged this just a little bit different. So we're going to start down here with breakfast items. And so I've got energy drinks. I actually ordered 8. I only got 7, so 1 is missing. They did not tell me 1 is missing, but one is definitely missing. And so we have started buying energy drinks again. I want to get off of them, but right now I'm so exhausted with the baby, and they do help. So then I got a gallon of milk back there. That is just for cooking. We used to buy 3. I'm down to like 1 now a week because we're just using it for cooking. So I got 2%, and I got a half a gallon of the whole milk. And that is because there are certain recipes that are calling specifically for whole milk. So I got a half gallon of that as well. And then the Fairlife, that is to make our yogurt. So the Fairlife and the sweetened condensed milk, those 2 things go in our yogurt. So I got that. We are having yogurt again this week for a breakfast. Then I've got the brown sugar, and they were all out of oats this time, completely out. So I do have some in our pantry still. Like we have a whole one we just opened this morning, and so we still have that for the week then. So we are also going to have oatmeal for breakfast this week. And then I bought, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes of the sausage links, and I got 6 packages of the tortillas. Now, we are making breakfast burritos for breakfast this week, and we are going to be using our own eggs, and then I still have a 12-pack of eggs in the refrigerator we haven't used, so we will use those to supplement our chicken eggs because they're just not enough. We need to get some more chickens. And so, but all of these tortillas are not for breakfast burritos. I just put them all together, but they are to make some other meals like for lunches. So I will tell you about those in a little bit. But then I've got the honey. We've been making like honey muffins, and also we use honey for making granola for our yogurt. And I was almost out, so I went ahead and got another little container of honey. The strawberry preserves, those, they've been completely out of jelly at Aldi, and so like the grape jelly. So we got the strawberry jelly, but we use those for our Pop-Tarts. Now Emma did make 2 batches of Pop-Tarts, so her and Rosie and Jade worked together, and they made Pop-Tarts last Thursday, and they made enough for this week too. So that will be for maybe the following week's Pop-Tarts. And then I bought some bagels, and that is just, sometimes the kids like having bagels. We will let kids have like some toast sometimes in the morning for breakfast if we're trying to do an easy breakfast, or maybe I didn't have time to get something ready, and some of the kids like bagels over toast. And so we went ahead and got some bagels for them. We're going to do biscuits and gravy, but I already had everything for the biscuits and gravy, so I don't have anything here to show. And then also I'm going to do breakfast pizza, and same thing, I had everything I needed for the breakfast pizza, and so I don't have anything here to show for that either. But those are 2 other items we're going to have for breakfast. So on to lunch. I've got 5 bags of bread, and that is to make sandwiches. So I've got the mayonnaise there, and we do have one in the fridge. I wanted to make sure we have a backup. We got ham for ham sandwiches, and then I've got 2 packages of the Colby Jack sliced cheese, and we already have the like American cheese, and so I didn't need to get any of that. One of the other things that we're going to make with all of this bread is cheese roll-ups. And I saw a recipe where you just take the bread, you cut off the crust, you put a slice of cheese in it. I think they had like the American cheese, and they put it in there, rolled it up, and then they grilled it in a pan, or I think they may have, yeah, I think they grilled it in a pan, and they did like a bunch of them at a time. And so I'm going to make those, so cheese roll-ups. And we're going to also make pizza sticks, so that is like a favorite. The kids love having that at least once a week. They love pizza, and the pizza sticks that we make homemade, like the homemade dough, oh, they're so good. The kids love them. Sean and I love them. So I got marinara sauce for dipping for those. I got 2 bags of the pepperoni here for the pepperoni inside. I've got 2 bags of mozzarella cheese. I do also have a block of mozzarella that is a little bit easier too. Sometimes she just cuts that up. Emma loves making those. She loves making the Pop-Tarts, and she loves making homemade mac and cheese, and she loves making the pizza bites. Those are like her 3 things she will ask. Oh, and vanilla wafers. She loves making those things. So anytime we're going to have them, she will come ask me, can I make it? And so I always let her make those. So we have the shredded, and we also have some of the block mozzarella cheese we could use too. Next, I saw a recipe on Pinterest for power bowls. I love Power Bowls. It is what I get when I go to Taco Bell for a lunch. And so we got 3 cans of black beans. We got 2 containers of sour cream. I think I also have 1 or 2 left in the fridge still. I got a bag of the grilled chicken, and that is pre-cooked, so you just throw it in a pan and cook it up a little bit. It only takes about 10 minutes, and I can throw that in there. I got some cheddar cheese to go in there. I got some guacamole, and that will be to make our Power Bowls. We do have some lettuce over there that we can pull from. And yeah, I cannot wait to have the Power Bowls because those are so yummy. At least I think they're so yummy. And then we're going to do bean and cheese burritos. So there are the refried beans. I got 2 cans of those, and I got a bag of cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar for that. And we will use some of these tortillas over here in our pile, and that will be to make bean and cheese burritos. Then, one thing that Emma has been asking me to make for months is homemade corn dogs. And then we also had a viewer mention it too, and she's been bugging me. So I finally looked it up, and I got the hot dog buns, or the hot dogs, to cut up and put in there. They're like little corn dog bites I thought we would make. But then it takes cornmeal, and I don't know if you guys know, Aldi does not have cornmeal. So they had this corn muffin mix, and I'm wondering if this would be okay to put in there. And maybe we just use this instead of all the other ingredients. I'll have to look up and see if I can figure that out. If you know, let me know in the comments, because this will be the first time we've ever made them, and I think it will be interesting to see how they turn out. But I know the kids love corn dogs, and I stopped buying the freezer ones from Aldi, and so we're going to try homemaking them. And next, salad and fruit. So that is a lunch idea I have. The kids love salad. The kids love fruit. So I got 3 heads of lettuce. I got 2 bags of the bacon bits because they love putting bacon bits on their salad. So do I, but the kids do too. I've got 2 bags of the Red Delicious apples. I asked for 20 bananas, so hopefully that's 20 bananas there, but if you can see, look how green they are. This is a problem I used to have at Aldi all the time. The last month, I've been getting really good bananas, but this time they are pure green, so let's hope those ripen up. I had a problem one time where they didn't ripen at all, so hopefully they will. We got 2 pounds of grapes. The kids love having grapes. We got a bag of oranges. We got 2 packages of strawberries. I've got a container of blueberries. And then I threw in some carrots because that is the veggie of choice. So I thought they could always eat carrots too with their salad if they wanted. And so we're going to have salad and fruit. And then the last thing I have on the lunch list, and we're going to use these tortillas again over here, and that is for quesadillas. And the kids love having quesadillas, and I am going to go ahead and make those this time for lunch. A lot of the snack items we already have the ingredients here. A lot of times things just take flour and sugar and vanilla, and we have all of that stuff. And so the snack items that we're having, like that box of Chex right there, is because we're going to have some cinnamon and sugar Chex Mix, and so that is to home make our own. The cheese right here represents cheese crackers we're going to make, and it takes flour and butter and I know cheese, which is why I bought this for the cheese crackers. And then we're also going to make our own pretzel bites with cheese sauce. So I have another bag of cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar under there. That is to make the cheese sauce for our pretzel bites. But again, we already have the coarse salt. We already have the flour and the butter and everything that it takes to make the pretzel bites. So I got the bag of cheese for that. And then we're making vanilla wafers. Again, takes flour, sugar, vanilla. We already have that stuff. The kids, that's one of their favorite snacks to have. So we have that at least once a week. Sometimes they'll ask if we can have it twice a week. And then we're going to use also some of this fruit here for a snack for the week, because the kids do love fruit. And so I just put that down for, that would be a really easy snack. I'm having a really hard time keeping up with all of the homemade stuff, and so I just needed some things to give me just a little bit of a break. So another one would then be popcorn, which I did not buy any. If you see, I already have 2 boxes of it in the pantry, and so I didn't get any more this time. Last are our dinners. So the cans of chili back there, I bought one with beans and one with no beans, and those are for our baked potato bar. I still have a huge bag of potatoes left from last week, and so we're going to use those up for baked potato bar. I ordered queso, I swear I did, and I did not get any, so maybe I forgot to put it on my list. But I have found a cheese dip recipe where I can make our own cheese sauce. So if we need to, we'll make that, because the kids love the baked potatoes with chili and cheese. They also love the bacon bits. They also love barbecue, which I thought was so odd, but they love putting barbecue on baked potatoes too. And then the 2 Sloppy Joe cans, I bought those just for a backup, just in case we have something going on and we don't get to dinner, and that will just be a really fast dinner. So I bought those to keep in the pantry for a just in case day. Then they got the diced tomatoes and the cheese melt, and that is to make cheese dip. Now, I did have someone give us some hamburger, so I did not have to buy any hamburger here because we have about 3, 4, 5, probably about 6 pounds given to us, which was so nice, and that helped out a lot. So I will use some of that hamburger for that cheese dip. And then next here you see this other cheese dip. So I got one back here and I got one here, and that is to make a homemade mac and cheese. I threw the mozzarella on there. That block of cheese, we could use that over here for the pizza bites. But that mozzarella cheese, I just wanted to make sure we had enough of it. A lot of times in the mac and cheese, it calls for several different types of cheese, and I like to put in it what I know the kids like. And so it calls for a couple that I don't know if the kids really like it. So I got the mozzarella to put in there instead. So those rotini noodles back here too. I got 3 boxes of rotini noodles, and those also are for the homemade mac and cheese. They were completely out of elbow noodles. I do have a backup box, and we could switch those out for the rotini, but I thought the rotini might be kind of fun because they're just kind of fun noodles. So we may use the rotini to make the homemade mac and cheese this time. And then we have the tomato, onion, and garlic. This is to make spaghetti. They were completely out of the noodles this time. I do have some of them in our emergency pantry. I may have to use those instead, or I'll have to look and see what other kind of noodles I have. You know, we could use the box of elbow noodles I have for the mac and cheese, and then I could use this with the rotini noodles. So we might change that up a little, just depending on how we feel that night. And then I've got 2 packages of the chicken patties. Now, that is for an easy night because I am just feeling a little worn out from all the homemade, and I just need a little bit of a break. And so I got some chicken patties. Now, let me tell you about these chicken patties, because the last time I used to be able to buy 1 bag and it would get us through. And that did not happen. So I don't know. I swear they have made these bags smaller. I think they've made a lot of things with less in it. And I don't know if they're actually marking the right amount in them anymore, but I used to be able to get like 11 or 12 patties out of 1 bag, and last time we got 8. That's a big difference. So this time I had to make sure I bought 2 bags, so that way everybody would at least get 1, and we'd have a little bit of leftovers for people who wanted 2. We do have like corn and stuff in the pantry already I've bought, and so we can have that for a side. Then I got the chicken here, and this is for teriyaki chicken. We're going to make our own teriyaki sauce instead of buying it from Aldi. And so I do have everything that I need to make the teriyaki sauce already. It has like soy and brown sugar, and so I have that stuff, which is so nice. Well, I'm realizing that when I home make things, I have all the ingredients already, and I didn't even realize it. And so I'm going to make teriyaki chicken. They had like skewers, teriyaki chicken skewers. It's like you cut this up into little pieces, and then you put that on skewers, put the sauce over them, and then you put them in the oven, or you could grill them. And those sound really good. So we're going to do that for a dinner night. So I noticed that I completely forgot to point out that we were making a tater tot casserole. So if you can see there, we've got potato puffs and onions and the triple cheddar, and that is for tater tot casserole. And I have got, our awesome pizza here. So I've got this is our take and bake. I've got pepperoni and then a supreme down here. And that is for another easy dinner night if I need to. This is just in case we've, gone through breakfast, lunch, snack, and I just feel like I can't get to something really good for dinner, and then I'll just have that as a backup. Now, we are also going to have the chips there. Those are for the cheese dip over here. So the chips are about 3 bags. If you can see, Sean already broke into one of those bags. He loves tortilla chips. So I got 3 bags to make sure we have enough. We still have one, I think one maybe left over from last week. And so we will use that for the cheese dip. And then we are going to grill out. We have not grilled out for a long time. And that is because I've been trying not to buy as much meat. But I went ahead and got the beef burgers or frozen hamburgers, hamburger patties, and I ordered the 85% lean. They were out, so they gave me the 75% lean. And so a lot of times I feel like that creates more of a fire on the grill, but we will just have to make do with those. And then I've got the cheddar brats, and those are also to grill out. We like having the brats. If we have any leftover hot dogs from the corn dogs, we can also put those on the grill too. But we do love to grill out during the summer. And then here are the hot dog buns. Those are for the brats and the hot dogs for grilling out. One last dinner idea that I have, and I do have all of the stuff, is enchiladas. So I've got the tortillas down there. I already have the hamburger in the fridge, or actually it's in the freezer. I have the enchilada sauce in the pantry. I tried seeing if Aldi had any, and they don't seem to carry enchilada sauce anymore. And then I have the tomatoes here to put on there. So I've got the fresh tomatoes, and that will go on the top. And then we like to put lettuce on the top also. I think I have 2 cans of olives already, and so I have everything I needed for the enchiladas. That is my last dinner idea for the week. Now, all of the extra stuff here. So I've got 2 packages of diapers. Logan is still in size 1. I've got paper towels. Now, Pamela, she did send us some paperless towels, which are awesome. We are going to have to wean ourselves off of paper towels because we use them a lot for everything, cleaning windows and cleaning up spills. But the paperless towels are very nice. Then I've got our toilet paper that we get every week. I've got, we were just about out of our pods, dishwasher pods. I got those. We are all out. The kids are missing their salsa, so they finally had it back in. And so I got a jar of that. The olive oil spray, we were almost out. I got 2 bags of flour back there, just extras, because we are going through a lot of flour. I've got the baby wipes. We go through about 3 of these a week. So I have 1 left, I think, in my drawer. Then I've got the canola oil for cooking, an extra bag of sugar, some olive oil for a backup, vanilla. We are going through the vanilla like crazy, and this is so expensive right now. And so I went ahead and got this. We're almost out of our other one. An extra butter. We've been going through a lot of butter too, but we've been using this kind for cooking. So the unsalted butter sticks. So I went ahead and got 5 of those this time. I am keeping some in the freezer just to make sure that we have some on hand. I've got onion powder and garlic powder because we've been going through that a lot too. And so I wanted an extra of those. I've got the active dry yeast to keep in the pantry. I do have a jar of it too, but I've just been kind of grabbing these up sometimes when I shop and keeping them on hand. And then I've got the paper bowls. Now we only use these for our grease when we cook hamburger. So we put the grease in the bowl and then let it get solid to throw away. And then the last thing is our dill pickles, and these are actually for one of the meals. I believe it goes with the tater tot casserole over here, and they want chopped up dill pickle. So I am going to put that in our tater tot casserole. This right here was $357.48. For the month of July, I spent $1,930.35. So still quite a bit more than we were spending, but I would say we're probably at between $200 and $250 extra every month, and that I think is just going to be our new budget because everything has just gone up so much, and even buying things and making things homemade and buying less convenience, we're still paying a lot extra for things like the flour and the sugar and like the vanilla, which is outrageous, and just those things, and they just cost more. So we have been the last 2 months right about $1,900, and I think that is just going to be our new budget. We do, I think, I have thrown a couple cans of formula in there a couple times. I've included that, so that does raise our bill a little bit too. I sometimes just kind of run to the store when I need to for formula. And so it doesn't always get included in my grocery budget, but I do include about half of it in there. And so that will obviously raise your bill too. But I don't feel like we are doing too bad. We are enjoying homemaking things. I don't really want to stop. The only thing that I need to do though is give myself a little bit of a break, because I cannot spend all day cooking. And when I am doing homemade, I literally am spending all day cooking. I'm going from breakfast into lunch, into dinner, or into snack, and then into dinner, and I'm spending all day doing nothing but homemaking things. And unfortunately there is just too many other things to do, which is why in this haul you saw a lot of more like easy dinners, and that is just to give myself a little bit of a break when I need to. Also like the toast and the bagels and things for breakfast. So I'm hoping that I can find that balance, because really that's what it's about, is all about balance. But we are having fun doing the homemaking things, and we are not planning on stopping anytime soon. So I hope you enjoyed our grocery haul for this month, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.